Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Sandy, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, and I am really excited about today's video, or tonight's video actually, so thank you for joining me. I need to fix my Facebook. I hit the wrong button. I don't know about your neck of the woods, but it's a little rainy here. I don't mind you, I don't really mind. I did get out today though, which was nice. Alrighty, here we go. Looks like it's working. Oh, I don't want to hear myself. Hang on, that didn't work. Okay. Let me fix this. I'm sorry, I need two hands apparently to do this. Alrighty. So if you're just joining me, say hello. Say hello. Now, did you notice in my little graphic that came up about 20 minutes ago that we're making a pop-up card tonight? Yes, we are. Now, I do want to mention one thing. I got a new phone, hoping all is good. And that, remind me again if I get off center or whatever, just say, Sandy, move her over a tad. Let's see. Hey, Jen. Oh, Dab. Gorgeous in Calgary. Well, you know what? You need some good weather there once in a while. Oh, is that the snow word? Aye. Anyway, okay, so first things first, there is only 3 days left to register for our Handmade Holidays Virtual Retreat. Very quickly, it's $85. You're going to make 9 projects. You get $50 in swag, including the Tidings and Trimmings stamp set. We're using this tonight, that's why it's here. And now if you already have the stamp set, you can swap out for something else. There's pillow gifts, tutorials, draws, and more. So I'm going to add the link after the video for you to register. And you can always take a look at the form, see if it's for you, and see what you think. But we think, there's 3 of us, we think it's going to be very spectacular because we put a lot of work into it. The other thing is October the 10th, so in 5 days, is the last day to order the October paper pumpkin kit. It's the green one, and it's got Christmas card. The green one, the box is beautiful. It's green, and it's got Christmas cards for you to make inside. When you order from me, you get my class on November the 12th free. What else? Ooh, okay. I believe I can say this because I looked at other demonstrators, what they've said. Now, the clearance rack updates tomorrow, October the 6th. So you want to get in there early. Everything is totally by while supplies last. Okay. If your order gets up to $60, you get, and you've used my host code, which I will also put in the description afterward, $60 before tax and shipping, you are going to get a free package of Rhinestone Basic Jewels from me as a thank you. And I think we can get started now. So this is the stamp set that we're using. What did we use? We used this and this. So this is, I know it's really got a lot of glare tonight. I figured out how to turn the light brighter on my one light. Oh, and I figured maybe I should turn on the one on this side. There we go. Even more light. Wee-hee. So it's the most wonderful time of the year. I love this set. And again, this is the one that we'll be using for our projects in the retreat. But again, you can substitute if you already have it. Sure. All right, so let's get to it. All right, first things first. Notice this. My card's going a different direction. No way. It is. It is. So this is basic gray, and it's cut 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4 1/4. It's not sitting flat. That's better. You can actually do both sides. And again, notice how I don't go like this. I lay it on its side to do that. Mary Merlot. You know what? I don't use this color very much. I don't. Until Christmas comes. And then it's kind of like my cherry cobbler, real red, and Merry Merlot. And I love these colors together, Basic Gray and Merry Merlot, and the paper. So this piece, let's get to that. This one is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. Okay, and that's going to go right there. And then this is the Peaceful Place, a piece of, anyway, not the whole thing, a piece of the Peaceful Place DSP, Designer Series paper, which is 5 1/4. Is that right? Yes, 5 1/4 by 4. Beautiful design on the other side, nice and neutral. But this has got, I don't know if you can see it, I hope you can. It's got silver sparkly stars. Love it. So let's go do some gluing first and get that out of the way. So Deb, you're afraid to say the S word. I can say it. We've had snow at Thanksgiving before. I mean, granted, I was up at when we had my parents' cottage up at Wasaga. Woke up to snow on Thanksgiving, so yeah, it happens. It happens. A little early? Yeah, I think so. All right. Oh, looks like I'm gluing myself already. Looks like I need to change my trimmer blade. If you ever get little bits like this that stick up, and you didn't notice until you've glued it, wait till it's dry. You can go back and you can use probably this end of your take your pick tool and just kind of tuck that down, get them inside. I don't want to do it right now because I already have glue on the end of it. Oh, surprise. All right, so let's glue this. I was looking for glue tonight and I wondered what is in that IKEA thing about. It's a container with a lid and it's about that high, about that big. It was full of, just want to make sure, do I care which direction it goes? I kind of like it that way. Full of Tombow from when I did live classes, and I would have a lot of glue available on the table. Okay, so, crap. You know what, wasn't supposed to glue that down. See, I got ahead of myself again. Dang it. This can be done. I can do this. Okay, so if you make a mistake like me, which I don't know, do you? I don't know. Does anyone make as many mistakes? I do not know. We can get this way. Hey, Valerie. There. Uh-oh. I can hear, we have one of those, it's not a Roomba, but that kind of thing. I can hear it above. So if you hear any crashing around, that's what it is. All right. So we're going to play with this and make this work. So I'm going to use the other end. Mine's really loose. I've used and abused this so much that it comes loose a lot. So I will make this work. One way or another, I will make this work. Or I can improvise. All right. Don't put it on a gluey spot. All right, so I picked it up with my take your pick tool. I took a glue dot and set it inside, and I'm holding it down. Then we're going to the other side, and I'm going to cut this because that's way too long. I don't want to have to glue it that far in. Okay, and see if we can get to the other side before it completely dries. Hurry, Sandy, hurry. Hi, Bea. How are you this evening? You always make mistakes, Valerie. Well, then I'm in good company, aren't I? I think we all do. You know, I even said to myself before the video, remember, and I bypassed the trim. So this trim is it's called Simply Elegant, and it's a combo pack, and you get silver and gold, and clearly silver goes really well with this. Tuck it in. Okay, stay. It looks like we're good. Might be a little bit loose, not the end of the world. Just want to make sure. I may have to add a little bit of glue, but I can do that after. We're just getting to the card itself. So before we do any decorating, I am going to bring out this piece. Isn't that pretty? You know what's on the other side? It's that same paper that we used on the front. This is actually from up here. It's 12 by 12. And I did a little bit of cutting. So this is the inside of the card. Oh, how am I? I am doing great. I'm doing great. Had a really fun day with my my grandson today. So I have him again tomorrow. So we're getting, he tires me out, man. He tires me out, but you know, it's worth it. Okay, so this is the inside of the card. Seriously. And this is also the pop-up. So to do first things first, this is 5 1/8 by 8 inches. Now, you know I don't type up the instructions, so if you miss them, don't worry. You can always get them on the replay. Now, it says fold it in half, but I like to use the end of my trimmer. Oh, that's the dogs barking now. And they're pretty much above me too. So ignore the barking. Alrighty. I just wanted that nice and flat, and I also want to make sure that I got it squared. Good. Okay. So here comes the fun part. So I'm going to, this is this, but huge, so you can see it. So what we're going to do, and I might need a ruler because one, I can't get close enough to my, can't get close enough. So I'll bring my ruler in just in case. I'm sorry, it's shiny. You know what, Deb? I've been using that forever because I was never able to get it straight. Now you can go, you know, line it up with your fingers and then do, well, pretend that's a bone folder. It isn't, but that's what I do. Okay, so this is not to scale. Now the dogs are getting yelled at, just so you know, to stop because they know I'm doing a video right now. Okay, not to scale. Definitely not to scale. So what I'm going to do is move my paper. It's going to be 1 1/4 inches in. So we're going to go 1 1/4 and leave it right there. It doesn't really look like it, but that's 1 1/4. And then what I'm going to do is cut down 1 inch. I hope that's big enough. And I hope I'm making this clear enough. It will make sense once I'm done. Now on your trimmer, I have to do it like this. On your trimmer is the ruler, and on here, let me just move that down so I don't accidentally cut it. See this little, I don't know if you can see that. Right, am I in? I don't know if I'm in the right spot. Yes, I am. This little line right here, that tells you that you're at the mark. So for example, 5 inches is exactly right there. If I look at, I mean, I can see that, but I have to do this through paper. So let's bring it back up to the top. Don't accidentally cut it. So where we are cutting, by the way, is at the top fold. I hope it's not my computer acting goofy. Okay, so let's do that again because I moved it. 1 1/4 inches. And from the top, so we're going to bring the trimmer blade all the way to the top. And then we're going to come down to the 1 inch mark. If you're over a little, don't worry. There's a solution. That looks like it's at 1 inch. I have to turn it so I can see it. Yeah, it's pretty much 1 inch. All right, so then pick it up. It did cut through both, yes. Flip it over, so it's exactly the same. We're going to go to 1 1/4 inches from the side, 1 1/4. Bring the trimmer blade back up, and then my shirt got stuck at where the trimmer didn't close again. And then I'm going to turn it so I can see it. See you, Valerie. Now I did go over just a little bit. And that's okay. So an alternative way of doing this is to get out a pencil and your ruler and do it that way. You can do it that way. It's not the end of the world. I just want to check because I don't believe, I think these are different. And sometimes centimeters make fast. Make it better. Make it better. So let's see. Okay, just a little bit over the 2.5 centimeter. And that's a little bit more over the 2.5. So what I'm going to do is just take my paper snip and just go ever so slightly down. Ever so slightly. Okay. Next step, and I didn't put it on here because I thought that would be a little bit too much, you know. So we are going to score now between this cut line and this cut line. So we're going to come in 1 1/4 inches from the side. We're going to score all the way across to there. Hopefully, if your paper's not too busy, and this one's pretty good, you should be able to see this. hopefully. So again, okay, let's do it. And I'm going down 1 inch. Well, an inch and a teeny bit, right? So this is the thing where you can make the adjustments. If you've gone down too far, no worries. Now get your cutter blade out of the way because you do not want to cut this. All right. I'm also going to try not to get my scoring too much over the edges. If I turn it this way, I might be able to see better. Okay, let's just go here to here, and we'll go back. I went over. Okay, don't do what I did. Okay, so I did go over by a bit. Doesn't seem to be the end of the world. They appear to be matching, so that's what I need. End of that for now. I can't change the fact that I went over a little bit. We'll open up our card and check this out. So first we're going to do this. Fold it in half, and we're going to get those edges nice and crisp. And then, this is the tricky part, go here. It's just kind of get your fingers in there and get it. You want to get the folds as crisp as possible. Thus, the bone folder. All right, and here's your pop-up. Look, check that out. How cool is that? That is your pop-up, and the trees are even in there popped up. Like, that's cool. So I'm just going to do the whole 9 yards again. I didn't on my first one because I was way too excited. Going, ah, way too excited. Okay, so now we're back to the inside of the card. When you put this in the card, you might want to go right, you're thinking, I want to go right to that edge. But you don't. You're going to, you see where the score line is. Just go like an absolute fraction, like to the tiniest little bit above it. Just a little bit. Just kind of gets the bulk out of it. All right, so let's do the whole 9 yards all at once. You do not want to glue this area. All right. Because this is a new glue, it's coming out like a lot. Let me think. I have to think. Did I glue that? I glued across here, yes. Just double checking my work. Don't want to mess it up. This is the part you can mess up the rest of the card, but you don't really want to mess up this part. And now I want to avoid getting glue on my fingers. So I'm going to fold it in half. Get it as close as I can. And we're trying to make it the same distance from side to side. Close, but not right on that line. Down you go. Down you go. And then close it. Close it, close it, close it. Ay, caramba. And then open it. Look at that. Isn't that cool? You can see how it's I didn't glue right here, and that's fine. It gives it that nice little bit of movement. That's part of our pop-up. So now we're going to go back to the front. What do you think so far? How long can it take me to show you one thing? It's kind of funny. Okay, now I have to admit, because I thought that would take forever doing this part. It's only the third time I've done it, and stick to the end. Stay to the end because I have 2 other cards to show you. I went ahead and heat embossed from the Tidings and Trimmings set the sentiment, and I heat embossed it in silver because I like silver, and I'm going to pop it up over here. I'm thinking about it. Oh, I die cut it, by the way, and you can see the stitching on it. It's one of the dies from the Stitch So Sweetly set. Okay, dimensionals. I am a big pop it up girl. I like things popped up. Pop it up, pop it up, pop it up. And notice I'm trying to avoid the center here because that's where our trim is, and we really you don't want to necessarily put your dimensionals right over top of that. I love this paper, and right now it's not in stock, but I understand it will be. It is coming back. Right now, I like to hold my pieces that I'm working on. I'm hoping I didn't put that up too high. Bloop. I have a lot of white space on my card, and I'm okay with that. All right, now we get to do the inside. And you may have guessed it. I have die cut. Now this is Mary Merlot because we're bringing this color now to the inside. It's on the front, now we're bringing it inside. This is die cut, also using one of the Stitch So Sweetly dies. And if you're not familiar with them, I have them right here. With some fuzzies, but yeah, with some fuzzies, but that's okay. Oh, something's missing from right here. Oh, you know what? This one. Found it. Oh, hi, Belinda. Washington. Nice. Nice. Welcome. Okay, so that's the front was die cut with that. The inside, I believe I used this one. So it's the, no, third largest. Yep, third largest, and that's Mary Merlot again. Okay, I have also, and not a lot of stamping tonight, because I thought this card was going to take me forever just to do the inside. Now on my original, I went way down here, because you know me, I don't always like things centered. But I think this time I will center it. Not sure why. This is also from Tidings and Trimming, and this is Mary Merlot ink. And alrighty, so I can glue that on now. Oh, I know what I forgot. This, oh, I'll get them. 1 second. I use the stitched rectangles, and this would be the second smallest, which is a really good size actually, especially for this. Okay. Oh, thank you, Caroline. I'm working on it. I didn't like the original as much. Well, I like it, but I changed some things, and I'll show you what the difference is. Again, I'm using more glue than necessary, only because this is a new tube, and it's really spitting out the glue. Well, that's not a nice word. The glue's coming out rather fast. This is a little bit crooked, so forgive me. Alrighty, and if you remember from the whimsical trees, there should be a third tree. Here it is. From Whimsical Trees, there's these really cute dies. I've already cut the end off of this one, and they make these adorable trees. Well, yes, like so. So from they're the Christmas tree dies, but I bought the whole bundle, which is the Whimsical Christmas? Whimsical Trees. Whimsical Trees. Got it. Okay, so I used the silver foil, and you may notice that they're not the same color, and I didn't want them to be the same color. Now, with my trees, I'm going to put them over here, and I'm kind of going to, well, not kind of, I'm going to be changing the heights on them. I don't want all three the same height. And this one will be the tallest, I think. So I actually used glue dots to hold these on. Yep. I didn't glue them because if you look at this, these are little cut marks basically from the die, and the glue could come out of there. I mean, if you're really light with the glue, probably not. And what I found is I really wanted to, because I want them to stay top and bottom. Now, I'm using the Take Your Pick tool, but you could push the tree like right into the glue dot, and I'll show you on another one. So let's start with this one. I don't want it up over the top too much. Come back down. I know, why am I so particular about one little tree? I don't know. I just am. Okay, and then I'm going to cut this about here. Doesn't need to go past. All right. Now this, I noticed that I went kind of close. I'm going to put the smaller tree over here. So this is the other way you can do it. I don't find that I'm that successful, but we'll try. That would, okay, of course it worked. So you just take whatever you're using and press it into the glue dot, and there it is. Okay, so for this one, I've already cut the bottom, so it looks like it's going to go that far down. And then this one, so this will be at like a medium height. I'm not popping them up because we have enough bulk with this card. So I don't think I popped up anything on the inside of the card. How unusual. I like things popped up, I really do. But, so this one I left the full length just so I could play with the height. Maybe we'll go lower. Yes, we'll go lower. Because that one is pretty tall. It's, you know, it's your own judgment how you want it to, where you want it to go. So we'll just go like that. If you find they're a little crooked, you can actually manipulate them just a little bit. So no worries there. All right, back to the inside. So this is the pop-up part. This is going to pop up right here. So instead of gluing this, I'm going to glue here on this piece. And probably use a little more glue than normal. It is a pop-up. We want it to stay popped up. Okay. Don't put it on upside down. And again, don't go right to the score line. Go a little bit above. And it looks pretty centered. I mean, if it's off, that's okay. I like things wonky anyway. There we go. Nope. You know what? Ugh, you have to stick. Oh, no, you didn't. I will get that back on. I didn't go behind it and press in. Pressing from the front? Meh. Okay, we'll leave that for a couple seconds. So, for the inside, I don't know if you remember these dies. They're the ornate layers dies. And this card doesn't give you any place to write. So, I decided to use this. Now, you'll see on my original, it's much smaller. But you want to write a little something, something. So, we'll just glue that in. And this is basic white, by the way. I don't even think I mentioned that. You know me. Basic white, and basic white. And I can set it there because we're using Tombow. I have a little bit of wiggle time to move it over. There we go. And just taking a look at the original. I think I did. I put one of the rhinestones on here. Looks a little off center, like maybe because of this, I don't know, but let's use a medium size. I'll put one right there. Oh, I know what I did on the other one too. Maybe these guys are stuck together. So there's a lot of, because there's already a lot of sparkle on this, I don't really feel the necessity to go like not so crazy with, hey, it's stuck to my gluey finger. How surprising. There. Stay. This is one of my really old packs of these, and I'm not 100% sure we even have these still. Like this. I know we have these. I just don't know if these are all stuck together. And I think I already did, but let's go. Yep. So it already cut between there. That way you can get one without taking all the backing off. That's the front. So tell me what you think. There's a lot of stars in here, as you can see, and we've got shiny stuff here. I have these 3 stars, which what I was thinking was putting them, I definitely have stuff stuck to my finger now, like up here, doing like a 1, 2, 3. Get off my fingernail. I'm glad I'm with stampers because you know how this feels. I'm only setting them here, so let me know what you think. Should I skip them? Is there already enough shine here? I can tell you, I did put them in the original, probably because I was just going, you know, crazy. These are from the Tidings and Trimmings, the dies that come in the bundle. All right, so I know there's always a delay. So in the meantime, we'll set them there, up and there. These look like those stars you used to get in school. Remember that when you're so proud to get yourself a gold or a silver star or red star? I can't remember. There, like that. And that's how it closes. So, like so. Pretty plain on the front. I could put the stars here, but I already put those, so that's like overkill, isn't it? Norma Jean likes the stars. I'm going to put the stars on. I feel like stars. So, not using the glue. And once again, just trying to They get stuck to your fingernails, of course. And then to your thumb. And then, there we go. All right, so I think on most of my cards, when you see the embellishments, they quite often start over here and work their way here. I don't like just putting one. Both versions look lovely. Oh, Deb, you are here. Good. Internet, yours, mine, whatever it is cooperating. At least it's not yesterday. That was something with Facebook being down. It was very quiet, though. Very lovely and quiet. Let's see. Maybe right. I don't want any down here. It seems too low. So we'll kind of place it there. And then one more. Press it in. Take it. So this is the silver foil again. I think I might have bent that one. And a little bit sticking over. And I'm just going to roll that back a bit. Let's go way up here. So it is a triangle, but it's not necessarily perfect. That is the card. So when they get the card, the recipient's going to get the card and go, oh, that's pretty. And they're going to go, wow, you know, because it popped up. That is a really simple pop-up card. I know it takes me forever to talk about it. So here's the other one. This is the one that I used in our swap lesson. That's what it's missing. That one little piece there. I could do that. I just like this, the trim, because it's kind of just adds to it. So I'll cut off. Nope, I don't cut before I've made the knot. Same trim. And now that one's clearly lower, and it never bothers me if the trim goes over top of the words a little bit. It's kind of like I meant to do that. I meant to do that. It was totally on purpose. And I like that. I'll show you the roll. Like, it's mine exploded kind of, but I like that it goes around and around like that, because then you get things like this, and it just adds a little bit of something. Now, if you're not happy with this moving, you take a glue dot, roll it up, and you put it right underneath, and that will stay put. For tonight, I'm just going to leave it, give it a wee trim. So there's the difference. Now, what I did differently for this one is I decided, and this is the same DSP, just a different sheet, that I would have the Mary Merlot match the size here, and then I didn't like it afterward. And then the inside, pretty much the same. This is a smaller piece. I think I like a little more space to write. It is covering up the trees a bit, but you can still see. You can see they're there. Again, and a different paper on the inside. Now, these are Christmas cards, obviously. However, don't forget there's birthdays. So this is the, oh, good gracious, it's the peach paper. I can't think of the name. Lovely as a peach? That might be it. I didn't write it down, obviously, because I need that. All right, ready? There. So this is all the same paper. And I just did something a little bit different on the inside, and then this piece again. So I would have to say these two are my favorite. I love this paper. I love the shine on it. Oh, thank you, Debbie. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I didn't embellish anywhere else on this. I just felt I didn't feel like I wanted to. Because there's already dots here, and to put little dots, that would be like too dotty for me. Too dotty? Anyway, so I do hope that you'll think about registering for the Handmade Holidays Virtual Retreat. Cutoff date is the 8th, which I believe is this Friday. Let me see. That would be right, yeah. And it's awesome. So right after the video, after I get the video uploaded, I'm going to put in the link, and feel free to take a look and see what you think. It is going to be awesome, though. It is. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Kathy Jean. Oh, thank you. Yeah, these were fun, and I hope everything made sense. When I did my original, I practiced on printer paper. I wasn't going to use a good piece of DSP to find out that I couldn't get it to work. So practice on a little piece. Looks like a little bib, doesn't it? And there's your stand-up. Easy peasy. All right, my friends, thank you so much for joining me. And I'm going to see you next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Bye-bye.